Now. And man, you know what's crazy is that we've been doing this show for about a year plus, but the
Hmm.
first person who was on this show on day one, the one and
Uh-huh.
only French Montana's in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, E? What's going on?
I'm back on the road again, back in Vegas. You doing shows again?
Yeah, definitely, man. Shot the Drais in the residency, man. It's been, it's definitely, it puts you when you're a rapper. You starting to feel like, you start feeling like, you're one of them, like the Rat Pack and all of them. You know what I'm saying? Once you
Oh
get,
yeah,
yeah, you start feeling like Frank Sinatra and all of them. When you get that residency, man, it's a beautiful feeling.
French Sinatra. How about that, man? That's
Yeah,
right.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yo, you got a new album. They Got Amnesia. It just dropped. What was it
Yeah,
like last night? Right?
yeah. Just dropped last night. Yep.
Okay, okay. Talk about that real quick, man. I mean, you got a whole bunch of features on this album. I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see you got Drake on the album. Who else you got on the album?
I mean, everybody that I worked with on the album was like people that I made some of my best music with. You know what I'm saying? From Kodak Black, Lockjaw, from Ross to Countless Records to Drake to a lot of people. But I also tapped into to the females on this one. I got Lotto on there. I got Doja Cat. Shot the Doja Cat. You know, um, and shot the Coil Ray, Sweetie. Like, so I want to tap in, like, embrace what's going on out here. So yeah, I'm in the best space of my life. My birthday just the other day, and I was just reminiscing how I was in ICU 2 years ago. So, it's more than just an album for me. It's is almost like celebrating new Montana. You know what I'm saying? And the album was a gift that I gifted myself and my fans, and to close the book basically, or taking steps to start, finishing off the book. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because it's just like, my whole life I just been making music here and there and this and that, but I never really sat down and focused.
Yeah. Nah, for
You know?
sure, man. And especially like, going through quarantine for what was it?
Yeah,
I mean, we all of us have been off the road for like 16, 18 months. You know what I'm
yeah, it's
saying?
been
No shows, no concerts, no tours, you know what I mean? So we had
yeah, it's
some
been
real
crazy.
time to really put towards ourselves, right? But I mean, you're not stopping here, man. I mean, you got a whole bunch of music out right now.
Yeah,
I don't really care. That dropped maybe about a good week or two ago.
2 weeks ago. Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I mean that obviously a banger, but you've got like three other singles that are about to drop, like literally like back to back to back, man. Can we talk
yeah,
about some of those singles? Like you got something with Fivio Foreign that's out right now, Panicking.
yeah.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Um, Man, I love the drill scene.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, and more than everything, I love my city. So me just being you know, just being hip to what's going on, like how I always been, even when like Schmurda and them came out, when Pop Smoke came out, and I'm always tapped in with the new artists. So I made sure I tapped in with Five of Yo and Lil TJ, and made sure we did a couple records for the album, and that's one of the drill songs that's on the album, and it's one of my favorites on there.
And then you mentioned how you tapped in, with the ladies on this album. You got a single with Doja Cat and Sweetie called Handstand. Talk about that
Yeah,
real quick.
I mean that one is one of my favorites because we tapped into the Big Pun sample. It's so hard.
Oh, that's
And
exciting, man. Now I can't wait to hear this, man.
yeah, yeah, it's
Especially
so
loud in the
hard.
club.
Yeah, and I got them out of their element, with the talk and everything, and it's just one of those records, man. Like you're gonna hear it. It's like it's hard to tap into them kind of samples and flip them and make them into hits. So when I catch one of those, like I did with Shot Caller, like Pop That, like all of those, is exciting.
So how did the process come together, like, to be able to identify this, like, yo, this is a record that I could hear Doja Cat on, or this is a record that I could hear Sweetie on. Like, how did that come together real quick? Like, what was the inspiration?
Shout out to Hitmaker. Yeah, he came to me with the record done, and it just needed my verses, and we made it happen. Shout out to Sweetie. She heard it and she knew what it was. Shout out to Doja. She heard it and she knew what it was, and the rest is history.
And you got Drake on the album. How was it
Oh
working with
yeah.
him?
The thing about me and Drake is every song that we did was, from Stay Scheming to pop dad to no stylist. Like we got some, we got some big ones together. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
every time me and him get together, we don't do a record unless we know it's it. So with that one, we were just trying to recreate a moment, like stay scheming, but like on steroids. So we was going back and forth with the hook until we found the right hook. Then when we got found the right hook, we were sparring bar for bar. And I'm just so excited for people to hear it.
That's right. They got amnesia. It is out now wherever you consume music. Like,
Hmm.
like you're still building hospitals in Africa, I believe. Correct? You've still been doing that since like Unforgettable, I
Yeah,
believe. Right?
yeah, we're doing that. We're helping. We stand for immigrants. You know what I'm saying? I'm still doing God's work. And we're going to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? We got some big projects coming out, and we're just going to keep helping.
What was the moment that inspired you to come forward and do that type of work at that magnitude? Because that's a big deal.
Visiting these places. Like when we visited Uganda and we saw how healthcare was over there. And just visiting places. I think touching the people and we brought up from a different background than a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Because me coming from Africa, it was just I seen a lot of things firsthand. That a lot of things should be a right, it shouldn't be a privilege. Like healthcare should be a right, shouldn't be a privilege. And
Facts.
yeah, and just seeing people that deserve better. And whenever God give you something, you're supposed to help, because the moment you stop, He'll take everything away from you.
Are you hitting the road anytime soon? I know you're doing spot dates. Actually, and I apologize, man. I need to make it to one of your Dre's shows. It looks like a
You have
movie
to. You have
every
to.
time. Actually, you're at Dre's tonight, Saturday, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
So
You
maybe
have
I'll
to.
pull up. I'm right down the street. I'm on the strip
Yeah,
also.
that's what I'm saying. I'm in Vegas now. You should pull up.
So maybe this is the night. And at the same time, man, like yo, it's our birthday week.
That's what
You were
I'm
on the 9th,
saying.
I'm on the 10th. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
now
tonight's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be a
have to.
big night, and the album
But
drop. Come
I'm
on,
saying
man.
I better see you coming through that door hot.
Hey, don't challenge me, man, because hey, I come in like an asteroid, b. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, hey, don't threaten me with a good time in Vegas, man. I'll take you. I'll take you up on that.
Let's do it, bro.
We mentioned that you were the first person that we interviewed on this show when we started, man. I want to thank you for that, man, because you
No
definitely gave us
problem.
this momentum that we've been riding like ever since, and especially coming out of a pandemic, man. It's been great to kind of see the fruits of our labor, man. So I
No,
want to
definitely,
appreciate you for all your support, and we,
definitely,
we
man.
touched upon a few things during that interview that a lot of people were talking about. Like I remember seeing it in Hype Beast and
Hmm.
Complex and stuff like that. And the last time you were on the show, you had mentioned that you wouldn't mind going head to head with Kendrick on a versus battle, because obviously you
Hmm.
got catalog and it's hits for hits, and you feel
Hmm.
that yo, you got this. Does that sentiment still stay the same?
I mean, what I was saying is, I would go hit. I mean, hit for hit with anybody. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, I would go hit for hit with anybody. I just think when you talk about 20 songs, I think I got 20 songs that go head to head with anybody. That what I'm saying?
Oh,
Because
facts for sure.
when it comes to being competitive, I don't think that nobody should ever let somebody tell them that somebody don't got more hits than them. You know what I'm saying?
For
I just
sure.
feel like, yeah. I mean, I'm a fan of a lot of people work. When we did Versus, me and Tory Lanez was the first ones to open it. I think we was like the first act, you know what I mean, to open up Versus. I think we was actually the first ones, because I keep telling Swiss Beats that I need my cut. So he owed me some money. Yeah, I don't, because a lot of people didn't catch, and it was just like during quarantine and everybody was on FaceTime, and but I don't mind doing it again. So I'm up for the challenge.
so
Whoever feel froggish leap, and especially after this album, I have another one or two to add to that list. So
Hey, so let me ask you this: is there anybody out there that you're like, yo, man, like so and so
whoever,
been saying a few things, but hey, you don't want the smoke, man.
whoever,
Whoever. All right, so that's the call right there.
whoever, old, new, in between, it doesn't matter. You make down south music, you make it doesn't matter.
You're like,
You
yo, it's
make
all good. I got the
like
hits.
West,
Give me my
yeah, you make,
flowers, yo. You know what
yeah.
I
I mean,
mean?
it's it's a nice 20 for 20. It ain't, and you know what I'm saying? It ain't no biggie.
Nah, no doubt,
People
man.
forget about the catalog, so, you know, but that's why They Got Amnesia was the right album. Cause,
Exactly.
you know,
Because I remember you saying that, like, you know, during that first interview, it's like, man, like, you know, I feel like people got amnesia. Don't make me remind you with these 20 hits. Like, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And now you got like another, like, you know, 15,
yeah,
20 on, you know, on your hand as well, you know?
yeah, yeah. So we're about to let some bazookas go again.
That's my brother, man. That's right. French Montana. Ladies and gentlemen, They Got Amnesia is
Thank you,
out now. Wherever
thank you,
you stream your music, wherever you get your music, wherever you buy your music, man, I'm telling you, you need to make sure you support this man right here.
thank you,
Because
family.
not only are we good friends, man, this is my birthday twin. This is my Scorpio
Yeah,
brother
yeah,
right
yeah.
here.
Hell yeah, man. We doing this for all the Scorpios out there.
Hell yeah, yo, let Scorpio season, like, let it be heard right now, man.
You feel
And
me?
They Got Amnesia. That's the soundtrack right there. You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
go.
All right, French. Hey, I'm gonna see you later on, man. I promise you. I'm
Thank
gonna
you,
pull
family.
up. I'm gonna
Thank you,
pull up.
family.
If it's not during upstairs, it may be downstairs in the whatchamacallit, but after
Yeah,
hours.
catch me. Come get on stage with me.
I'm in. I'm
Come
checked
on,
in. I'm
let's do it.
tapped in. I'm
Yeah,
ready.
tell everybody go get that album, man. Album in stores right now. Thank you for having me. E always.
Always.